We're here for the rubber match at Bowen Field in Bluefield, Virginia, as the Rams take on the OCU Trailblazers in the series finale. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel here. We're glad to have you with us on a Sunday for our single game that will decide who wins this series in this NAIA non-conference matchup. Nathan Presbot on the mound, the left-hander for Bluefield College, going up against a red-hot now OCU team. Well, we had a doubleheader yesterday. Rams looked good in that first game, taking an 8-1 lead into the ninth inning, and then OCU rallied and scored 4 runs. But Bluefield ended up winning that game 8-5, but the momentum really shifted after that. They got outscored 21-4 after the last game, or in that ninth inning, going into the second game, as the Rams lost the second game 17-4. So now Connor Guerin steps up to the mound to take on the Rams. Bluefield in the red today with the red caps and the blue brims, as OCU wears the exact same thing as they did in the Saturday doubleheader. Once again, folks, this is a full 9-inning game, not to be confused with the second game yesterday where we only played 7. Big news for the Rams, though. Ozzie Millette with a pulled hamstring, so you will not see him in the lineup today. Instead, we have Wayne Butler over at third base for Bluefield College. Presbot ready to rock and delivers. First pitch, a fastball on the inside corner. We are underway at 1:01 p.m. with a strike. About 42 degrees here at Bowen Field. Overcast skies in Bluefield, Virginia. Presbot with a shoulder shake delivers on the breaking ball inside. Presbot, the junior from Queens, New York, dealing to Connor Guerin, who, despite being the leadoff man, wasn't incredibly consistent for head coach Michael Blevins' OCU Trailblazers yesterday. Now the 1-1. Inside, corner called a strike. So the count goes to 1-2. Did see Guerin in the second game yesterday go 2 for 5. He had a couple of RBIs and a run scored. Ready to rock the 1-2. Check swing on a breaking ball. Did he go around? First base umpire says no. This seems to be the right call. So Guerin, the right fielder, up in tied in a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Inside and low, loads up the count full. So we'll see Guerin and Andrew Daria. Andrew Daria was the defensive MVP for both teams yesterday. That guy was not letting anything go up the middle as the shortstop for OCU. Full count on the first batter of this ball game as Presbot deals payoff. Swing and a miss, got him. Big swinging strikeout to start out the ball game. Nathan Presbot will take it, and Bluefield College has the first out on the board. Colton Lee up to the plate after Daria. Let's see where Colton Lee is today as the catcher. We also saw him play a little bit of second base in Game 2. Already have one out. We're in the top of the first inning. Lefty versus righty matchup. Pitch inside, but called a strike. Mike White looking on in the dugout as the 15th year head coach of the Bluefield College Rams, joined by a staff of Garrett Schilling as well as Thomas Huddleston, 2 former Bluefield College Rams. 0-1 count. Butler playing up third base side as that one is stroked left field on the way back. Holzer, he can't get there as it clonks off of the warning track. Daria held up at second. He's in with a stand-up double. That is the best hit ball we have seen in this entire series. Let's see a double go out to right field yesterday, but that'll be interesting to see today if the Rams are able to really get some offense going. They were propelled in the first game with a 5-run bottom of the 6th. That was how they were able to win that game, joined by a 3-run bottom of the 8th inning. A lot of that was propelled by walks and hit by pitches and singles. We haven't seen that many extra base hits out of Bluefield College. So here's Colton Lee, the lefty, facing the lefty. Butler playing up at third base. Lee fouls it off on a swinging strike. Ian Ricinga on deck for Ohio Christian, coming into this game with 2 wins. Rams with 4. Right now at 4-3. Oh, 1 coming up with Presbot checking on the runner at second. He deals. Breaking ball. What a pitch that was. Right down the middle, strike 2. In the field for Bluefield, we've already talked about Wayne Butler at third. Also have Ellie Mejia at short. At second base today for Bluefield College, Cade Bachler. And at first at Garda Bernard after starting in right field in game 2. Elijah Irvin out in right field for the Rams. Pepe Napoleon making a start in center. Holzer in left field. And the catcher is George Curbello, who moves up to third in the lineup. 0-2, hit on the ground, over to first. Bernard easily fields, calls off the pitcher, and takes it unassisted for the second out. Meanwhile, Daria moves over to third, and that'll bring up Ian Ricinga, the designated hitter. Well, Ricinga had a big knock yesterday in the second game, had a 2-run triple in the first inning. It was pretty tough for Bluefield. Colton Bachler was on the mound, and that 4-run top of the first inning really set the tone. Slight lead at third base with 2 outs. Presbot trying to get out of the top of the first inning unscathed after giving up a hit. First pitch, Ricinga fouls it back to the screen. Good time to let you know the dimensions of Bowen Field. 335 on the corners here at the home of the Bluefield Blue Jays and 400 deep center. Got an 0-1 with 2 outs. Ricinga, the junior from Grand Rapids, Michigan. 0-1. And on the ground, hits off with a mound and into center field. There's a base hit, and Ohio Christian, for the second straight game, has taken the lead in the first inning. So now it's 1-0 after the RBI single from the designated hitter. All that being done with 2 outs, and something we've seen out of Ohio Christian, they have been fired up. They have been so loud here on the third base side. And you also have to take that with a grain of salt because our press box is on the same side. But boy, they have been electric after every base hit. Jared Hamlin to the plate now. First baseman shows bunt, lays down a bunt with 2 outs. Presbot easily fields it, lobs to first. Bernard had to stretch, but the throw was still on target. So a run scores on 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on. We head to the bottom of the first with the Rams trailing 1-0. Andreas Holzer leads off the bottom of the first for Bluefield College, down 1-0, and the left fielder takes a healthy swing and a miss. Bryant Long on the mound, the sophomore from Seaman, Ohio, and now with a 0-1 count, no outs. Rams are trying to find a way after trailing in both games. Actually, in all 3 games, as Holzer sends it foul right side to make it 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. We'll see Holzer, Edgardo Bernard, the first baseman. George Curbelo moving up in the lineup after a pretty productive day yesterday. He'll bat third for Bluefield College, and then Wayne Butler sends in the cleanup. It's a fastball high and inside for the inaugural ball of the at-bat. Ball and 2 strikes. Colton Lee, the catcher. Jared Hamlin over at first base. And at third, Ethan Kunkel making another start. At shortstop today, once again, Andrew Daria. Over at first, it's Noah Henry. Carter Hyde out in left has the 1-2 to the righty. Swung on, hit on the ground hard, straight at Daria. He fields cleanly, rifles to first in time. Boy, Holzer, fortunately for him, that has just been the tale of these 3 games. He has grounded out a multitude of times right to Andrew Daria. There's 1 out. Out in center, it'll be Joe Henderson, and rounding it out in right, Connor Garrett. So with a 1-0 score, we stay in the bottom of the first inning with the second batter, and Edgardo Bernard. Senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and a transfer from Monroe College. First pitch to the lefty. Watches it high, but called a strike. Gotta say, I love these jerseys that the Rams are sporting today, the red jerseys, and more importantly for the sports information staff on this third base side, it's incredibly easy to see the numbers as the 0-1 is ripped but foul left side. No, last year, and I believe maybe we'll see him again this year, but the Rams have a camouflage jersey with dark blue numbers, and it is impossible to see their numbers. Here's the 0-2, high and outside, and it's now 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Looking out of the glove, Lung starts the motion and deals. Check swing. Did he go around? No appeal. And the home plate umpire did, but well, he held up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Already 1 out in this game. Beautiful Bowen Field. The sun trying to come out. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, line drive straight at second. Caught by Noah Henry. Oh, Bernard put a charge into one, but unfortunately straight at the second baseman. Now 2 gone. George Curbelo to the plate for Bluefield College. Or George Curbelo Jr., that is. Redshirt junior from Miami, Florida. He had himself a pretty clutch day in game 1. Bluefield College had the go-ahead 2-run double. So that pitch is low for ball 1 with 2 outs. Then in the second game for BC, he also hit another double. He was hitting 7th in the lineup. Mike White has decided to push him all the way up to 3rd. 1-0 is high and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Kind of 2-0 looking out of the mid. Here's Lung, ball in his right hand facing the right-handed catcher, 2-0. Strides into it, but it flares inside. 3 balls, no strikes. By the way, the rest of the lineup for Bluefield College, Wayne Butler up next, the DH Trey Martin batting 5th. Pepe Napoleon is 6th, the center fielder. Eli Mejia at 7. As that pitch hits the outside corner for the first ball, or for the first strike, 3-1. Elijah Irvin batting 8th for Bluefield College, getting the start in right field today. And then Cade Bachler, the second baseman, at 9th. 3-1, hit in the air and deep left side, hugging the foul line and caught in foul territory on a great play by the left fielder for OCU. Rams go 3 up, 3 down to start out the ball game in the bottom of the first. We're on to the second, 1-0 Blazers. Welcome back, everyone. We're on to the second inning. 6-7-8 due up for the OCU Trailblazers, who lead 1-0. Nathan Presbot, the lefty from New York City, up at the mound facing off against Joe Henderson. Henderson looks at a pitch on the inside corner, strike one. Blazers scored on an RBI single from Ian Ricinga back in the first inning. Knocked in Andrew Dario, who hit a double out to left field, almost got out of here. 0-1, drops in there on a breaking pitch, quickly 0-2. Wind is blowing left to right. Going to get some flags up on the flagpole so we can tell where the wind is blowing out or not very soon. Still early in the season. That pitch is fouled off quickly, or it keeps it 0-2. So we'll see Joe Henderson, Carter Hyde, and Ethan Kunkel in the 6-7-8. Looking to clinch the series, Bluefield College or Ohio Christian. Rams won the first game 8-5. The second game 17-4 for Ohio Christian. Presbot hesitates and fires. That pitch is slung out to shallow right field and dropping in front of Urban for a base knock. Third hit of the game for Ohio Christian, and leads off the second inning with a base hit. Carter Hyde up, left fielder. Well, Hyde started the second game in place of Hunter Holt, who started game one. And Hyde had a couple of singles, went 2 for 4, had 3 RBIs. Wayne Butler playing up at third to prevent a bunt attempt here. And we'll see one. Bunted, popped up, going all the way over to Edgardo Bernard, makes the catch. And Henderson able to retreat. That's the thing we have seen about this Michael Blevins Ohio Christian team. They are always trying with a hit and run. You see, whenever there's going to be a bunt attempt, whenever it makes at least 50% sense to do so, they're going to bunt. And we saw a multitude of times yesterday where Ohio Christian went for the double steal, and a few times it ended up working. They took the lead in game one yesterday thanks to doing that. Still playing up at third as Ethan Kunkel comes up to the plate. First pitch rides high and tight on him, ball one. There's one out and a 1-0 lead. 3 hits so far for Ohio Christian. Ready for the 1-0. Here it is. High and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Kunkel, another guy we didn't see start in game one. He came in yesterday, ended up scoring, and he was called out in that controversial interference call in game two. Here's a 2-0. Drops low and inside. 3 balls, no strikes with 1 out and a runner at first base. Hayden Huffers started at third in game one. Actually hit a double and scored after being plunked. Ethan Kunkel making the start in 2 of the 3 games. Presbot comes set, checking on the runner at first in Henderson. Pitch. Inside and low. Ball 4, 2 men aboard. Noah Henry up, the second baseman. Henry did not play in game 2, but we did see him in game 1. Hit a single and a double, went 2 for 4. Couple of strikeouts as well. And that was what really propelled Bluefield to a win in game 1 was Nathan Cutler. 10 strikeouts for the junior from Bedford, Virginia. Another pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground, down the third baseline, fair ball. Henderson windmilled around third. He will score. Kunkel getting the green light. Going home. Throw goes over the cutoff man, and it's a 2-run double for Noah Henry. Oh, the throw being off target to the cutoff man, I don't think that would have mattered at that point, but boy, they are really fired up since the 9th inning of game 1. Ohio Christian has looked like a different team. Now it's 3-0 in favor of the Blazers in the top of the second with just one out. And you go back to it yesterday, 17-4 in game 2. They scored 4 runs in game 1 in the 9th inning. Right there, it has been a 24-4 rally since the 9th inning of game 1. Back to the top of the lineup, Connor Guerin looks at the first pitch. Curbelo ricochets the ball off of him. And now Henry is at the corner at third. Guerin in a 1-0 count. By the way, he's 0 for 1 with a lone strikeout for Nathan Presbot. Bluefield College, this is a team that is pretty dinged up, so they're going to try to go as deep as they possibly can with their starter on the mound. Yesterday, Cutler already pitched 7 innings. That pitch is right down the pipe, makes it 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Henry at third. Infield playing in the pitch. Guerin looks at it just a bit inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Slight lead at third for Henry. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big lead. We already saw a squeeze yesterday. We're going to see another as the punt is popped up to the screen. Tried to go for the squeeze again. This aggressive base running for Ohio Christian. Two balls, 2 strikes. 3-0 the lead for OCU. Bluefield trying to fan the flames here after 4 hits have already racked up for the Trailblazers in the first 2 innings. Presbot deals 2-2. Inside, it hit him. Breaking ball didn't break early enough, and it nicks Guerin. So runners on the corners now with 1 out. Brings up Daria, who has already scored a run today with a double. 1 for 1. And Presbot, see that breaking pitch starting to work from the left-handed pitcher. Just has to in there at the right time. OCU has been just dialed in on Bluefield pitching. Pitch shows bunt and rolls it foul, first base side. That goes 0-1 with 1 out. Runners on the corners. Interestingly enough, after seeing 16 innings of baseball yesterday, we did not see 1 double play. Lefty to righty. Rams would love to have that first one, though. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball finds its way across the knees. There's strike 2. Presbot turns around, checks on the runners. Guerin is at first after being hit by a pitch. Noah Henry doubled and advanced on a wild pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. On the belt, runner goes first to second. Swing and a foul ball goes third base side. Keeps it at 0-2. Guerin was taking off. Yesterday, that's how Ohio Christian, they did score a run in this exact same situation, baiting Curbelo to throw down to second base. Pickoff attempt at first, skips in the dirt, and Garner Bernard picks it up. Well, that's another thing to watch out for. Presbot has struggled a couple of times throwing it over to first on that 1 bunt attempt. He almost threw it too wide to the left and there. Couldn't get it the full amount of feet to Edgardo Bernard as now an arm is warming up in the bullpen for Bluefield. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Swung on, cracked into the 5-6 hole, base hit. Henderson scores, or make that, yes, Noah Henry, and it's 4-0 OCU with an RBI single for Daria. Runners at second and first. And for Presbot, unfortunately, these are pretty lengthy at-bats he's had to deal with. Haya Christian is making him throw extra pitches. 2 men aboard, 4-0 the score, top of the second with just 1 out. Pitch, shows bunt, fouls it off. It's a high fastball to Colton Lee. Strike 1. Sun trying to poke its way through in the clouds here in the 2 Virginias. No balls, 1 strike. Butler playing up in the grass. The pitch. Colton Lee ducks out of the way. It's inside on a fastball to the lefty. Evens the count at 1-1. Presbot in a jam. We've already seen 3 runs come across in the second inning. There's just 1 out. 1-1. Lee pops it up. Could be trouble, though. Shallow right. Bachler backs up and bumps into Irvin. The ball drops on the ground. Everyone is safe, and the bases are loaded. And Bachler might be hurt after that one, colliding with Irvin as that ball landed so perfectly in no man's land with the wind swirling around. We'll take a quick break here. Bases loaded. 1 out. 4-0. The score, Ohio Christian leading in the top of the second. Ian Rice singing to the plate. Bachler seems to be okay, as now the Rams are in a bit of a bigger hole here. 4-0. Top of the second inning. Bases loaded. Guerin at third, Daria at second, and Colton Lee at first base with what we'll call the 6th hit of the day for Ohio Christian. Ricinga strides when it doesn't swing, and a fastball goes right down the middle for strike 1. Corners playing in for Bluefield College. Back the infield, middle infield playing a double play depth. That pitch goes in for a strike, makes it 0-2. Nathan Presbot has already allowed 3 runs to score, all earned in the second inning. Rams just need their second out here. 8th batter of the lineup. Breaking ball. Okay, so the first pitch was a ball, so that one is 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. Rysinga. And a 1-2 count. Presbot fires. It's high and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. These Trailblazers have been so patient in these at-bats. They have not taken big cuts at pitches, especially early in the at-bat. Presbot has had to rack up a decent pitch count here just in the second inning. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off. Keeps it at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded, and a 4-0 lead for the Trailblazers. Corner infielders in. Presbot fires 2-2. Swing and a miss. Rysinga just lunged the bat out there. It's the second strikeout for Nathan Presbot. And now as we go to the 9th batter of the inning, there are 2 outs with the bases loaded. 4-0 the score. Hamlin at the plate. Had a bunt attempt that went straight back up to Presbot his last time up. Pitch swung on, hit on the ground, over to third, plate off the hop. Butler races to the bag at third and ends the top of the second inning. So after all of that, 3 runs on make it 4 hits actually, no errors, and the bases left loaded. 4-0. Score as we go to the bottom of the second. Sorry about that, folks. Wayne Butler flies out to right field for the first out of the bottom of the second. First pitch to Trey Martin goes outside for ball 1. 4-0 the score, 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Martin sends it on the ground, second base side. Henry's there, 2 outs. So at 2 gone, the first 5 retired for Bluefield College. We'll bring up Pepe Napoleon. And Napoleon, the center fielder for Bluefield College. Senior from Winsted, Connecticut. Pitch goes outside, 1-0. 3 runs scoring for Ohio Christian in the second inning after putting 1 on the board in the first. Here's the 1-0. Napoleon watches a fastball. Bit upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. So Mejia on deck if we get that far. 2 outs already with nobody on. Long still on the mound. 2-0. Swinging a foul tip. Stings the mid of Lee. Pyre takes a moment to dust off home plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Just in the bottom of the second inning, who will win this series? Rams already down 4-0. Here's a 2-1. And it's low. 3 balls, 1 strike. First real favorable count today for any Bluefield College Ram. Swung on, fouled away. Fouled away again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to Napoleon with nobody on. Rams already trailing 4-0. Ready for another payoff. Fouled away, third base side. Ready for a 3-2. Barely hit off the end of the bat. Could be trouble. Third base side. Kunkel fields. No throw to first. It's an infield single for Pepe Napoleon. Rams have their first hit of the ball game. Napoleon hopping awkwardly to get back to the bag at first base. He wants to call for time, and he's just not going to get it at first. Eli Mejia, very consistent bat in the Bluefield College lineup. Steps up the shortstop. Coming from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, another Monroe College transfer. First pitch to Mejia, a bit high. One ball, no strikes. Rams already down 4-0. Mejia coming into this game hitting .412. That pitch is high but called a strike as it crossed the Rams logo on the chest. 1-1. Mejia hitting .412, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. And it's worth noting that the Rams' top bat in the lineup throughout these first few games, Ozzie Millette, is injured today as Mejia blasts it right side, backing up Guerin, and he ranges out to get the catch. So 3 outs there after leaving a man on. Bluefield College trails 4-0 onto the third inning here on a Sunday at Bowen. Joe Henderson leads off the top of the third here in Bluefield. Rams trail 4-0 to Ohio Christian. Bailey Engel on the call. Welcome back. Maybe one of the best baseball fields in Appalachia. The Rams are blessed enough to play here. Lefty deals to the righty. Presbot misses that one, and it's ball one as it goes low. Quick reset. Butler over at third. Mejia at short. Bachler at second base at Gardner Bernard playing at first. Holzer in left, center field Napoleon, and in right Elijah Irvin. That pitch blazes in for strike one. We're in the 6, 7, 8 part of the lineup again. Henderson leading off an inning for the second straight time. He is 1 for 1. Got that long inning started where Ohio Christian scored 3 runs. 1-1. Swung on, hit foul. Right side now to play. Ball and 2 strikes. The bases were left loaded, though. Bases loaded with 1 out, and they did not score out of that situation. 1-2. Henderson grounds it up the middle. Slow roller Mejia has to throw it quickly, and he got him. Great play by Eli Mejia for the first out of the inning. And brings up Carter Hyde. Popped up a bunt attempt over to Edgardo Bernard his last time up. 0 for 1 as the left fielder digs in right side to face the lefty Nathan Presbot. Lefty fires away, swung on, hit high in the air, shallow left. Holzer has it, steps up, 2 outs. 2 gone. Now with 2 outs, we send ourselves to Ethan Kunkel. Walked back in the second inning, eventually came around to score. See if Presbot can retire the Trailblazers in order for the first time in this ball game. Rocks back, shoulder shrug, and he pitches. Down the middle, good pitch for the lefty from Queens, strike 1. Presbot coming into this game, no wins, no losses, a 3.38 ERA. This is his second game he has started. High and in, and called a strike actually, 0-2. So he had thrown 8 innings coming into today, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned with 12 walks and 14 strikeouts. Ready for the 0-2. 2 outs, the pitch. Kunkel looks at it. Where did that miss? Just a bit high and outside if I had to guess. Ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes. Kunkel up in the batter's box. Ready for the 1-2. Low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on. First time in this game we have seen the first 2 batters of an inning retired. Well, at least by Presbot. It's happened every time to Bluefield so far in this game. Shoulders shrug, 1-2. Popped up foul, right side and over the dugout. So it keeps it at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball and 2 strikes. Presbot rocks his body back, kicks and delivers. Inside and high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Presbot was quickly up 0-2, and it's been the story of this ball game, the fact that Ohio Christian has been able to fight through these at-bats and make them longer. Ready to deal, looks in and pitches. High and away, and that was actually a 3-2. So he walked, ball 4, and Kunkel has walked for the second time in this ball game. Noah Henry had a 2-run double eventually scored. Made the score 3-0, and then when he walked home, made it 4-0 after the RBI single from Daria. Pitch. Second baseman looks at it high, ball one. There's 2 outs. We're already in the top of the 3rd inning. Windmilling the bat around, Henry adjusts the grip. Checking on at first with Kunkel. The pitch popped up right behind home plate. Curbelo can't find it, and it goes into the orange seats anyway. Evens up the count at 1-1. Ball and a strike. Rams in the red just trying to get back on offense here with a runner over at first base and 2 gone. The 1-1. High and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Gotta imagine at this rate, Presbot might be out by the 4th inning. "58 pitches for the left-hander. Just in the 3rd. 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2. Hits the green backstop. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Presbot comes set. Kunkel at first with a small lead. The 2-2. High and in, ball 3. Runner goes. Curbelo with no throw. What a steal by Kunkel. So now the only force is at first base. Three balls, 2 strikes. Big lead for Kunkel, a payoff. Henry pops it up right side, staying in the ballpark. Bernard in foul territory, camps out, makes the catch, and the side retired. Kunkel left in scoring position after being walked. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. 4-0 Ohio Christian. Long is still on the mound, bottom of the 3rd here in Bluefield, Virginia. Elijah Irvin to the plate, right fielder. 8-9-1-2 up. He shows bunt. Squares around, pulls back, and it's outside. Ball 1. Rams are trailing 4-0. High and outside fastball for ball 1. That is cut on and missed. Strike 1. Now we're going to see this fan realize that you can't get over there from here. They walk on top of the dugout. Realize that there's a fence, and unless she climbs over it, nope, she's going to stay right there. All right. Ball and a strike, no outs. I have to give it to them. It is a bit odd to think to walk behind the concession stand to get to the main concourse. Here's the 1-1. High for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Irvin for Bluefield. Yet to register a hit this year in 3 at-bats. High and called for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Usually brought on as a courtesy runner, he has scored 4 times this year. Trying to find his first hit. Junior from Brooklyn. Low and away. Ball 3. Bachler on deck for Bluefield and Andreas Holzer in the hole. Rams have yet to bat around. Will do so here. The payoff from Lung. Inside ball 4. First walk of the day. That's only the second base runner for Bluefield College. Cade Bachler. Started every game for Bluefield College. He's had to move to second after the injury of Ozzie Millette that sent Wayne Butler from second to third. Bachler yesterday hit a single, ended up scoring a run in the 7th inning. No outs, runner at first. Rams down 4-0 in a righty-lefty matchup. Pickoff attempt from Lung. Snagged by Hamlin, no tag applied. Turning into a pretty nice day for baseball with the wispy clouds and it says 40 degrees. The wind makes it feel colder, but sun definitely heats you up right around 51 degrees probably. Pitch shows bunt, and that was not a good-looking bunt attempt for Bachler. He had it above his chin trying to lay it down. Right there, just kind of wasted a strike. It's 1-1. Oh and 1. Showing bunt again with a runner at first. Lays down a bunt. This is a bit better. Lung picks it up, throws to first in time. The sacrifice intact as it moves Irvin into scoring position. Sends us back to the top of the lineup for the first time today. And we'll see Andreas Holzer 0 for 1 after grounding out to Andrew Daria. 4-0 the score in favor of the Trailblazers from Ohio Christian. Holzer, by the way, came in today hitting .320, 8 for 25, 9 RBIs, no home runs. Goes inside for ball 1, has been the leadoff man this entire series, does have 2 extra base hits this year. Left fielder digs back in wearing number 33, wearing that red jersey for Bluefield College, facing a righty. Righty at the plate is ready and calls time as Lung has to look at the first Bluefield College Ram in scoring position today. Irvin dancing off the bag at second. The pitch. Holzer hits it off of the end of the bat and hit his body as well as it rolled right back to the pitcher. Evens it up at 1-1 as the sun starts to set on the right side. Hopefully we'll get this game through before the glare is a gigantic issue. Ball and a strike, 1 out. 4-0 the score. The pitch. Holzer cuts and misses, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Holzer adjusting the batting helmet, goes back on the right side batter's box. Along with a long peer in. Rams have their first runner in scoring position today. 1-2 to Holzer. Swung on, hit on the ground, up the middle, base knock. Irvin around third, getting the green light. Long throw home, off target, and Bluefield College is on the board. So Holzer with a single and then advances to second on the throw home from the center fielder in Henderson. Well, Bluefield College on the board, it's 4-1. Gardo Bernard up to the plate. One gone for Bluefield. Winning the shutout here today. That's just their second hit. Lead for Holzer. Bernard looks at it. Outside, called a strike on the lefty. I just want some confirmation that he gets it. Strike one. And on the ground, right up the middle. Turnaround lung after he fields it. And it is an out. So now the runner stays at second base. Holzer in scoring position. 4-1 the score. George Curbelo up to the plate. Flew out to left field his last time up. Runner in scoring position is Holzer with the RBI single. Pitch. Cut and a miss for the catcher. Strike one. Four-1 the score. Lung with the first run he's allowed today in this third inning. Takes a long look at second. He deals 0-1. High and away. Evens it up at 1-1. No balls, one strike, two outs. Curbelo moving up in the lineup today. See what he can do. 0-1. Waits on it, called a strike. No balls, two strikes after that one hit the corner. So Lung up 0-2. No balls, two strikes, two outs. Coming set. Here's the pitch. Fastball rises high for the first ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rams starting to believe a little bit more after scoring a run in this one. Ready for the 1-2. Low and away, dropped by Lee. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Curbelo, can he blast in a run with 2 outs and keep this going in the third inning? 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air, shallow center, and a diving grab made by Henderson. Rams leave a runner in scoring position, but now it's 4-1. Ready for the top of the fourth inning here in Bluefield, Virginia. Rams are down 4-1. They put a run on the board in the bottom of the third inning. Now they start out in the top of the lineup for Ohio Christian. Nathan Presbot still on the mound. Lefty ready to rock. He deals. Pitches right down the middle to Connor Guerin. Challenge for Presbot here. Can he retire the Trailblazers in order? We have not seen him go through an inning 1, 2, 3 yet, but that last inning held them scoreless in the top of the third. Ready for the 0-1, and it's high and away, ball one. Sunny skies here in Bluefield. All up, tied in the lineup, or tied in the count at 1-1. 1-1. Waits on it high again, 2 balls, 1 strike. Over 60 pitches now for Presbot. And comes set in the fourth. Rams do have an arm warming up in the bullpen. 2-1. Swinging a foul tip going off the body of Curbelo. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. We'll see Daria, and Colton Lee. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Presbot has a pair of strikeouts today. Can he make it a trio here with 2-2? Swing and a miss. Yes, he can. Second strikeout on Guerin, and the third of the day for Nathan Presbot. Rams will take it. First down at the top of the fourth. We go to Andrew Daria now. Now we head on to Daria, who is singled and doubled, drove in a run in the second inning to make it 4-0. Butler playing up in the grass on the third base side. Here's the pitch. Daria looks at it high and away, ball one. He did blast one all the way out to the warning track and left. This place is dangerous when the wind starts blowing out towards left field, as it can here in the mountains. And the ball could just travel on out. 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ball and a strike. Got him 1-1 with 1 out. Shoulders shrunk for Presbot. Steps back, kicks forward, and delivers. Swung on, chopper third base side. They get 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Nobody's on for the Trailblazers. Playing in the rubber match today after game 1 was decided on an 8-5 contest. Bluefield won, and then the second game, Ohio Christian dominated in a 17-4 win. Shoulders shrug and the 1-2. High and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Counted 2-2 with 1 out. Already 6 hits allowed by Presbot. Steps out, calls time. Wind continues to blow forward. Sun setting on the right end. Here's a 2-2. Swung on, roller left side. Butler fields, bobbles, kicks it, and it's an E5. So just couldn't transfer the ball from glove to hand. Error on Butler. Daria safe at first, and Colton Lee comes to the plate. Now we have seen almost 20 innings of baseball without a double play, so I'll have to see if the Rams can get the first one in the series here. Big lead at first. The pitch. Lee looks at it, called a strike, going one. No balls, one strike, one out. Butler playing up the grass, third base side. Lee looked at that pitch, also called a strike. High and away, crossing the Blazers' chest. The Blazers' name on the chest. Just in the fourth inning, series finale. No balls, two strikes, and one out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. Throw to second. Can't get the tag down as it rolls through Mejia. So no strike him out, throw him out, but that's the fourth strikeout for Nathan Presbot. That sends us to Ian Rice-Singa. Daria, though, able to get to second base. Two outs as Presbot looks in. Ian Rice-Singa with an RBI single in the first inning. He is one of the four strikeouts for the lefty from Queens, New York today. Pitch. Down the middle, strike one. Got an 0-1, two outs. Small lead at second for Daria. That's down the middle. Strike two. No balls, two strikes. Presbot a strike away from a four-batter inning. Saw him do that in the third as well. Can he do it here against Rice-Singa? Steps in wearing number 7 on the right side. No balls, two strikes. Two outs and a runner at second with a 4-1 lead. Ready for the 0-2. Here it is. Just missing outside. Curbelo did a good job of framing that one up, but the umpire was not fooled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two gone as the wind continues to soar in. Small lead at second base. Ready to rock. Presbot deals. Swing and a miss. Got him. Big inning for Nathan Presbot. Going into the dugout trailing 4-1, but he struck out all 3 outs there in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Rams ready to rally down 4-1. Count goes 0-1. Rams down 4-1, bottom of the fourth. Lung still on the mound, and the second pitch to Butler goes high and away. 4-1, Rams trail. 4-5-6 to up for Bluefield and Butler, Martin, and Napoleon. Napoleon moved down in the lineup after being the cleanup of the first two batters. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Trying to golf that one out low. Rams have a pair of hits today. 1 run to show for it after the RBI single from Andreas Holzer. Irvin worked a walk, lead off the top or the bottom of the third inning. Ready for the 1-2. Butler pops it up, left side, foul territory. Kunkel near the fence. That one actually caught by a fan in the bleachers. Play of the day. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Butler ready. Here's the pitch. High and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Low and away, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch. Into the air, down the left field line. Traveling is Hyde. He dives and can't make the catch. So it falls in foul territory. Three balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Butler trying to battle here to lead it off. And the pitch. Hits it off the foot. Ooh, that's got a sting. Rolls off foul, third base. Butler will battle again. Got a 3-2. No outs. Rams down by 3 runs. For 1. Here's another payoff. Butler hits it in the air. Center field, staying in the ballpark. He's got too far under it as Henderson gloves it for out number 1. So now there's 1 out. Trey Martin up to the plate. He grounded out to second his last time up in the second inning. Billy Engel on the call for you here. It's 4-1. For Trey Martin, left-handed designated hitter from Tennessee. Steps down to transfer from Cleveland State Community College, also in Tennessee. First pitch. Called a strike, top left corner, 0-1. Count up 0-1, 1 out. Bluefield College trailing by 3. Lung fires home. Swung on, hit on the ground. Second base side, good scoop by Henry. Tossed to first, 2 gone. Well, these past 2 games for Bluefield College just been offensively dormant. So lots of baseball left to play, though. We're just in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lennon Napoleon had an infield single his last time up. Rolled it over to third base. Kunkel had no throw by the time the ball got to him. Tall center fielder digs in. That bent front knee. First pitch to him. Called a strike. That is a delayed strike call. Napoleon is not excited about it. Goes 0-1. Standing in a tall frame of 6'6". Lots of strike zone to be had, I guess. This is the 0-1. Big cut and a miss. Quickly down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Steps out. Ready for the 0-2. Watched high and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball and 2 strikes. Rams down by 3 runs. No one on the pond for Napoleon to knock in, though. Here's the 1-2. Almost hit him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th as Lung tries to maneuver his way through the lineup again. 2-2. Fouled back to the screen on a big cut by Napoleon. Amount of wind moving through the dead trees out in center. Lung trying to go for another 1-2-3 inning. Steps back and fires. Fouled away again. And it caught it at home. Lee got a piece, or caught it after Napoleon got a piece of it. It's a strikeout for the pitcher in Lung, and the Rams are retired in order. On to the 5th inning, 4-1 in favor of Ohio Christian. Top of the 5th in Bluefield. Nathan Presbod still on the mound. It's a 4-1 game. Ohio Christian, it just seems like they've been dominating, but the Rams, these past couple of innings, have held the Trailblazers scoreless. First pitch to Jared Hamlin goes outside for ball 1. We're the 5-6-7 part of the lineup for Ohio Christian. Michael Blevins, the third base coach and the head coach in his 5th season of OCU. Well, when the Trailblazers get on, they are aggressive on the base paths. 1-0, hit on the ground, straight at short. Tough hop Mejia rolls into center field. That'll be an E6. Second error on Bluefield College. Gotta give it to him. That was a pretty tough hop, but still a play that should be made. Just hit him in the top left shoulder. Leadoff man is on with no outs. Joe Henderson to the plate, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Lefty to righty at the plate. Big lead for Hamlin. Showing bunt. Fouls it off, and I actually missed it. It was caught by Curbelo. It's strike one. Count goes 0-1. No balls, one strike. Here's the pitch. Just a bit high, ball one. Still trying to lay down the bunt. Wayne Butler and Bernard charging in after Bernard has to cover at first for Hamlin. Ball and a strike. No outs. Presbot deals, swing and a miss, throw to second, tag. He is out. Hamlin tried to evade the bag at second base and scampered back, and that's what took so long for that decision to be made by the umpire, but he's thrown out. Not by Curbelo. He's thrown out 3 runners this weekend. There's one gone with a 1-2 count now. Once again, being aggressive. Presbot steps, pitches. Outside corner, got him. Henderson goes down looking, and Presbot racks up another strikeout. That's the first backwards K into the scorebooks today. So 2 gone. Curbelo bailing out the error on Mejia after throwing it down to get Hamlin out at second base, and Presbot firing back with a backwards K. Carter Hyde up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on at the top of the 5th inning. Pitch. Called for a strike. Down by Presbot, getting back into the swing of things here. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. High and away, ball one. All the way up at 86 pitches. Trying to complete 5 innings of work. Ready for the 1-1. Outside and high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Big inning today has been that 3-run top of the 2nd. Since then, we have not seen Ohio Christian score, trying to break that trend to the 5th with 2 outs and nobody on. Presbot fires once again high, 3-1. Getting up near 100 pitches. Presbot still on the mound as we see a group of Rams gathering in the bullpen. Didn't burn that many guys yesterday, though. 3-1. Called a strike, a bit high again. He's just working that pitch down. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. A full count pitch. Coming up to Carter Hyde. Presbot deals payoff. High and outside, just missed it. Ball 4. Ethan Kunkel has been walked twice. Steps up to the dish with 2 outs and a runner at first base in a 4-1 lead. Kunkel to the plate. Big lead at first. The pitch. Called a strike in the inside corner. A good one from the lefty on the mound. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Steps to get Carter Hyde back to first base. Ready for the 0-1 to the third baseman. Here it is. Popped up foul territory. Bernard should have this as he steps near the track and makes the catch for out number 3. 3 straight scoreless innings orchestrated by the starter and Nathan Presbot. Rams up to bat when we come back in the bottom of the 5th. Bottom 5 we go at Bowen Field. Ellie Mejia, the 7-8-9, due up for the Rams, down 4-1. And on the mound, Andrew Lung, or Bryant Lung, excuse me. It was a fastball high for ball 1. Lung, an impressive 4 innings of work, has only given up 2 hits and 1 run with 1 walk. Who's racked up 1 strikeout. Mejia flew out to right field his last time up. Ended the 2nd inning. Here we are in the 5th. He swings and cracks it left side, fielded cleanly. Kunkel at 3rd, rifles the first in time, a 5-3 putout. Lung is now retired 6 in a row. Elijah Irvin up. He scored the lone run for Bluefield today, worked a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Well, Rams fans, if you were listening in yesterday, you might know where this next reminder is going as Lung looks in for the first pitch to Irvin. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for Irvin, strike 1 with 1 out. Head on over to darkhorsedunker.com to vote for Naquan Cousins in the State Farm 2020 Dark Horse Dunker contest. It's comprised of 16 small school basketball players throughout the country. And Naquan Cousins is in it, 0-1. Outside corner, and it's strike 2, so quickly 0-2. Voting ends, I believe, on Tuesday for round 1, and Naquan going into last night was down by 5%. Just want to get him over the mark against a young man from the College of Idaho. Head on over to darkhorsedunker.com. As Irvin sends it down the left field line. There's a base hit. Rounding first, on his way to second. He is in with a stand-up double. And that's Elijah Irvin's first hit of the season. Irvin with a double. Now in scoring position for Bachler. Big lead at second base for Irvin. Rams with a runner in scoring position, 1 out. So 3rd hit surrendered by Lung as that one is chopped over to first. Tough hop Lee and gets, or excuse me, that's Hamlin. Either way, gets the out. And now for Irvin over on the corner as we go back to the top of the lineup. Two gone for Andreas Holzer as the lone RBI of the day for Bluefield College as a cloud gets in the way of the sun for, I believe, the first time today. First pitch, Holzer looks at it in the dirt. Lee pushes it forward, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Irvin with a big lead. The pitch bounces in the dirt. First base side. Here comes Irvin, and it's 4-2. Oh, that hit off the perfect part of the catching gear for Colton Lee. Bounced down the first baseline. Long raced over to get it. Irvin with a gigantic hop, and he comes in to make it 4-2 on the wild pitch. It's on the corner, outside part of the plate. First strike, 2-1. Balls, one strike, 2 outs. Rams only down by 2 in the rubber match of this series. 2-1. Rises high, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. Holzer with 2 outs and a batter's count. Lung deals. Ball 4, and the Rams have a man on with 2 outs. Pitch was too high. Edgardo Bernard to the plate now for Bluefield, 0 for 2. Four to the score. Pitch in the dirt, rolls behind Lee. Wild pitch allows Holzer to get to second base. Takes a long loop around the bag, and he'll stay there. So now in scoring position with 2 outs, Edgardo Bernard represents the potential tying run for Bluefield. Let me find his first hit of this Sunday. Waits a 1-0. Long fires again. Flares outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Holzer leads off at second. Can Bernard knock him in? 2-0. There's a strike outside part of the plate on the lefty. Two and 1 to the first baseman for Bluefield. All of a sudden, the ball game, long as expected, a little bit more deliberate as the Rams have found a couple of base runners. 2-1. Evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Payoff popped up. First base side, Lee makes the catch in fair territory. So the Rams leave a runner on in scoring position, but the Rams still score a run after the double from Irvin and then came in on a wild pitch. It's a 2-run ball game onto the 6th. 4-2 Ohio Christian. Welcome back, everybody. New man on the mound for Bluefield College. It's a left-handed reliever, Ben Kaufman, a right-handed reliever from Fairview, Pennsylvania. I was right the first time. That is a left-handed pitcher. On the roster, it says right-handed. And now we are ready to play baseball in the 6th inning. Lefty deals inside, ball 1. Noah Henry, the second baseman, 9th man in the lineup. Kaufman ready to deal, 1-0. Fouled off the end of the bat, scorching near the first base side, right near the dugouts. We'll see Henry, Guerin, and Daria. A 4-2 ball game. Bluefield College adding another run on the board in the 5th inning after a wild pitch sent Irvin home. Ready for the 1-1 from Kaufman. Popped up, shallow center, pushing it back in left field. Mejia backs up and makes the catch. We're going to start out the 6th inning for Kaufman. So Ben Kaufman, a 9 ERA. This is his second appearance on the season. 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Back to the top of the lineup, and Connor Guerin, by the way, one of the 6 strikeouts for Nathan Presbod. Pitched 5 innings for Bluefield, and after those first 2 innings, did a really solid job. 3 straight scoreless. Pitch inside and called a strike, though, for the lefty. Strike 1. And that was such a big second inning where he allowed 4 hits. Left the bases loaded still. Butler playing slightly up on the third base side. It's the 0-1 to Guerin. Chopper up the middle, backhanded stab. Botchler, throw to first. Wow, what a play! Cade Bachler throwing him out at first. Second out of the inning. So Daria steps up with 2 outs. Bluefield fired up after that one. All of a sudden, it just feels like a brand new ball game. Especially after the Rams broke out of that 4-0 hold. Scored a couple unanswered. And Kaufman keep it going. Daria reached every time he's been up, 2 for 3. That goes down the middle for strike 1. Reached on an error by Wayne Butler in the 4th inning, but he doubled in the 1st, scored a run, and drove in a run off a single in the 2nd inning. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Kaufman, high kick and fire. Swung on, ground ball, third base side. Butler gloves it, throws, 3 up, 3 down for Ohio Christian in the 6th inning. Rams coming back to bat. It's 4-2 with Bluefield trailing by 2 runs here at Bowen. Bottom of the sixth inning, Rams are down by 2. It's 4-2. George Curbelo up against Bryant Lung. Curbelo 0 for 2, batting in the 3 spot today. That ball is inside, ball 1. Curbelo, Butler, and Martin all due up for Bluefield College. They have scored a pair of unanswered runs since the 3rd inning. Ryan Lung looks through the glove. Bluefield tries to catch up in this rubber match. Check swing, foul ball. Curbelo looks at his bat like, why did you do that? 1 ball, 1 strike. Bailey Engel here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Glad to have you with us. Out of the glove. Pitch. Inside, ball 2. "83 pitches for Lung today. Here's the 2-1. Check swing, he went around. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rams have not really gone that deep into an inning. They have only sent 5 batters to the plate in 1 inning twice in the 3rd and 5th. Here's a 2-2. High and away, ball 3, full count. Ready to look out of the glove. A 3-2 incoming. Important at bat here, as they all are in a 4-2 game. Payoff. Swinging a nubber off the end of the bat, rolling foul, third base side. Three balls, 2 strikes. Curbelo ready to dig back in. The catcher trying to get on base to lead it off. Another payoff. Swinging a high fly foul ball left field. Out of play. Turned on it. And we really just have to cheat off of looking at the fielders, because at this point right now you cannot tell where that ball is going from this end. Curbelo awaits a 3rd payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, and for Curbelo, at least a pretty long at bat. We hadn't seen Bluefield take Ryan Lung into a deep at bat. Wayne Butler up to the plate, 0 for 2. A couple of flyouts to right and center. 4-2 the score, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Third baseman watches it go on the outside corner, strike 1. Packed week of Bluefield College sports. 3 straight days of men's volleyball at the Dome. Then we have senior day next Saturday for men's and women's basketball. 0-1. Fouled away first base side. We're going to be back here next week on a Sunday as the Rams take on Thomas More. Unfortunately, we will not be able to broadcast baseball doubleheader on that Saturday, but we'll be back on a Sunday. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's out of the glove. Here's the 0-2. High and away, ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Pitch to Butler. Ground ball, first base side, just foul by about 3 inches down the first base line. Going back and forth in the shade at Bowen Field. Sunday finale. Ball and 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Skips in the dirt for ball 2. Outside. Loads up the count 3-2. Long staying on the mound. Looking through this long at-bat. Another payoff. Outside, ball 4. Tying run comes to the plate again. Yet to see a mound visit for Lung as now he approaches 100 pitches. That bats are getting a little bit longer. Trey Martin, the DH for Bluefield. Due for a base knock. He's grounded out to Noah Henry at second 2 times. Check swing of the first one, laid off, ball 1. Martin, who dealt with injuries last year, now getting to play for Bluefield College. See if he can make a difference in this series. Ohio Christian jumped out to a 4-0 lead after the first 2 innings. Rams have since then scored a couple in the 3rd and the 5th. 1-0. Swinging a lifted ball into left. Hyde steps up, gloves it for out number 2, and Butler retreats back to first. 2 gone, Pepe Napoleon, also due for a base hit. Well, actually, had one back in the 2nd inning, but wants a little bit more of a confident one than that. It was a slow roller that the third baseman and Kunkel could not play it. Pepe Napoleon still representing the potential tying run. Comes to the plate. 1 for 2 today with a strikeout. Along with 2 outs to his name. Deals. Crosses the knees for strike 1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 gone and a runner at first base. 3rd walk of the day, by the way, as Wayne Butler got on for Bryant Lung. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a hard hit ground ball up the middle. Daria is there. Tossed to second in time, and the 6th inning is over. Butler retired at second base. Rams leave a man on. We go to the 7th inning. Bluefield College down by a pair. It's 4-2. Cody Gardier on the mound for Bluefield College. 4-2 the score, top of the 7th inning. So Coleman came in for 1 inning, got the job done, and now the Rams are going to throw out yet another pitcher, Cody Gardier. 3-4-5 due up. Colton Lee leading off. First pitch to the catcher. Fastball outside. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Count evens up in 1-1. We will see Lee, Rysinga, and Jared Hamlin. Lee, by the way, 1 for 3 today. Struck out. He was one of the 6 strikeouts issued by Presbot. Now ready for the 1-1. Top left corner, strike 2, and Michael Plevins, third base coach and head coach, not excited about that one. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody on. Cody Gardier, the sophomore from Florida, deals 1-2. Swinging a ground ball straight at third. Butler's there, throws to first, scooped up by Bernard. Out number 1. By the way, for Gardier, his line coming into this game, or Bluefield College, 6 ERA. He's 0-1 on the year. This is his 4th appearance. 6 innings pitched for him. 7 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. No walks and 2 strikeouts. So now officially on the season, he's gone 6 1/3. Ian Rysinga to the plate. Pitch. Cut and a miss, strike 1. Rams running out of time. Only 3 hits in this game. 6 for Ohio Christian. But for the Trailblazers, they have had not registered a hit since the 2nd inning. Here we are in the 7th. On the 0-1. Great pitch by Gardier, dropping in the zone, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Game 3, finale of the series with the OCU Trailblazers. Ground ball third base side and keeps it at 0-2 after it's foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Stepping back the pitch. Got him. Rysinga goes down looking. A strikeout for Cody Gardier. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Ian Rysinga today. 2 gone in the top of the 7th inning. Keeps it a 2-score game. 4-2. We approach hour number 2 of this contest. Hamlin ready. Reached on an error by the shortstop on a tough hop to Mejia back in the 5th. Pitch. Inside and low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Stepping back, 1-0. Great pitch by Gardier, down the middle, strike 1. Evens it up at 1-1 here at Bluefield. Rams have started to feel a bit more energy after that 2nd inning. They gave up 3 runs after they got out of a bases-loaded hole with 1 out. It's been mostly a Bluefield game as that one is inside, 2-1. Still have yet to ignite a lot of offense, though, against Lung. We'll have to see if he comes out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the 2-1. Called a strike inside lower corner. Pitch. Inside and low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Gardier fires. Ground ball, high chopper, right side, ranging. Bachler throws to first in time. Bachler starting to turn it up over at second base, and more importantly, the Rams have retired the Trailblazers in 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings. Stretch time at Bowen Field. Rams are down by 2. It's 4-2. Bryant Lungsday is down on the mound. Daniel Brenneman now on the bump for Ohio Christian, trying to defend this 4-2 lead that his team has accumulated as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Eli Mejia leads off 0 for 2 today. The righty deals showing, but Mejia doesn't pull back and misses strike 1. Brenneman, the sophomore, standing at 6'5", 240 from Fairland, Indiana. Long look into Mejia. Rockets, the pitch, swing and a miss. Count 0-2. So we'll see Mejia, Irvin, who has scored both of the runs for Bluefield College today, and Cade Bachler. Pitch to Mejia, high and away, ball 1. Getting a little bit warmer at Bowen Field. Game 3 of this series. What's at stake here? A series win for Bluefield College. They won the first game 8-5 and then lost the second one 17-4. Here's the 1-2. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The hitting just has not been consistent for Bluefield College. Just 3 hits in this game. And even in that first game, they racked up a good amount of runs from just being walked and plunked so many times in that first game. 2-2. Fouled away right side. And kudos to Nathan Cutler for a 10 strikeout performance on the mound for Bluefield College yesterday. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Leadoff man in the 7th inning. Time called. Eli Mejia digs back in on the right side. He has that left foot up very high in the batter's box. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, rocketed left side. Still at short, though, as Daria lobs to first a bit high, and Hamlin got the foot down. So another 6-3 in the books. Mejia retired One gone, bottom of the 7th. Brenneman gets his first out of his day. Right now, his teammate Lung in the running for the win of this ball game. Irvin hit a double his last time up. It's his first hit of the year. Watches that one drop for his strike called on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Another time called. So the sun starts to set on the right end. Irvin steps back in. Right fielder awaits 0-1. Swinging a ground ball right side and through, a base hit for Irvin. Second knock of the day. The Rams have a man on with one out. Gade Bachler to the plate. Irvin staying at first base. Scored a couple of runs already. It's a great base runner for Bluefield. That second run, he was brought in by a wild pitch that trickled down the first baseline. Just had such a great jump that there wasn't anything that Bryant Lung could do. He was just running, couldn't even get to the ball, and Irvin had already scored. Bachler at the plate. 0 for 1. Tries to lay down his second sacrifice bunt. That one rolls foul. Head to Dark Horse Dunkers or darkhorsedunker.com. Register a vote for Naquan Cousins in the State Farm 2020 Dark Horse Dunkers contest. Be sure to do it. I'm doing it right now. You can do that on one device per day. So if you have a tablet, a laptop, a desktop computer, and a phone, that's 4 votes you could be issuing for Naquan right now. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And the dirt rolls down the third base side, and Irvin gets the go-ahead to stand up down to second. By the way, a quick little update on that voting. Naquan is up by less than 1%. The voting having about 2 more days to go. One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Ready to go with a 1-1. Rams have an arm warming up in the bullpen, trying to stretch out these bullpen opportunities for Bluefield at the end of the game. Bachler watches it hit the corner. 1-2 on the lefty. Representing the potential tying run at home plate. Outside corner, Bachler rung up. Back to the top of the lineup with 2 outs. Andreas Holzer, can he knock in Irvin for the second time? Top of the lineup, leadoff man, Andreas Holzer. Irvin at second with 2 gone. Brenneman checks on him, does his second time, pitches. That's called a strike, the inside part of the plate. Mike White is noticeably upset with that. That was at his ankles. I don't really blame him at that point. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ready for the 0-1. Holzer cuts and misses, strike 2. Quickly down in a hole, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning, 4-2 Rams trail. Big lead at second for Irvin. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip, saves Holzer. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Rams find another clutch hit. Brenneman bends the knees to look in. Finally puts the ball back in the glove. 0-2. Popped up first base side, and luckily for Holzer, that will exit the ballpark. Keeps it at 0-2. Thanks to all 68 of you tuning in right now on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We have ourselves the series finale between Bluefield College and Ohio Christian. Bottom of the 7th, Holzer grounding the plate right side. Brenneman nods. Ball in the glove. 0-2. Outside and high, but called a strike. Holzer goes down looking, back-to-back backwards Ks for Brenneman. And the Rams sent into the dugout, leaving a man on. We go to the 8th. Bluefield trails 4-2. Cody Gardier still on the mound for Bluefield College as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Rams are down by 2 runs. OCU has not registered a hit since the 2nd inning. Henderson trying to change that. That first pitch goes down the middle. Strike 1. So it'll be the 6, 7, 8. Gardier deals. Low and in, 1-1. Ball and a strike, no outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut from Henderson. By the way, Henderson scored a run back in the 2nd inning after leading it off with a single. Ball and 2 strikes with his son traveling behind the clouds now. Ready for the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball, second base side, tough hop. Bachler stays with it, not in time, E4. Those tough hops for Bluefield. 3rd error of the day on the Rams. Carter Hyde to the plate. Righty to righty. Hyde looks at it down the middle. Strike one. At the top of the 8th inning, series finale. Hyde all choked up on the bat. Butler playing up in the third base side. Here's a pickoff attempt. Got it 0-1. Rams looking for a series win at home, their first home series of the year. Wasn't their first home opponent. They beat U-Pike a few days ago, 14-13. Another pickoff attempt. It's getting a bit closer. Rams have to be cognizant of the fact that OCU has pushed the boundaries with their base runners this entire series. No balls, one strike. Henderson with a lead. Swinging a ground ball, could be two. Mejia onto second, it rolls into right field. Here comes Henderson onto third, and instead of maybe a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play, there's an E6, and there's runners on the corners. Carter Hyde gets on with a fielder's choice. Here's Kunkel, 4-2 game. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. Pulls back, it's high, ball one. Boy, this is pivotal here to keep these runners from scoring. Ready for the 1-0. Outside and low, 2 balls, no strikes. Count at 2-0. Looks in, 2-0. Outside, 3-0. And Kunkel has already reached twice on a walk today. Gardier checks the runners. Runner goes first to second. It is called for a strike. Makes it 3-1. Hyde moves over to second base. Curbelo did not want to throw it. So ends up being a defensive indifference there. 3-1 count, infield in. Rams need to throw it home if it's a ground ball after they check down Henderson. No outs. Ready for the 3-1. Swinging a line drive, center field, base hit. Henderson scores. Hyde held up as that ball is thrown back into the infield. And off of a bounce, Curbelo fields it. So now it is 5-2, RBI single for Ethan Kunkel. All this being done with no outs. Top of the 8th inning. That's the first hit for Ohio Christian since the 2nd inning. That's 7 hits so far today. Noah Henry, the second baseman. Pitch. Shows bunt. Did he pull back? Yes. Ball one. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. One ball, no strikes. Pitch. Inside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Ready for the 2-0, runner going, fouled away. Noah Henry sends it to the screen behind home plate. 2-1. OCU trying to pull away here. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. Ready for the pitch. It's inside, called for strike 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. 5-2 lead. Runners on the corners. Noah Henry had a 2-run double and scored back in the 2nd inning. Since then, he's popped up a couple times. Pickoff attempt at first base. Gets a runner back in Kunkel. Carter Hyde now resides at 3rd. Still in the 8th. Two, taken off. Swing, and it's fought off down the left field line. That's foul. So close. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Trying to get into a rundown now. Kunkel going from first to second. Now Beta throws it back. Did he get the tag? Yes, he did. So call it a 1-3-5 to get Carter Hyde out at 3rd base. Meanwhile, Ethan Kunkel moves to 2nd. Great job for Bluefield. And for Ohio Christian, they have to be a bit frustrated that they got called out in that. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Noah Henry. Cody Gardeer tries to fan the flames of this top of the 8th inning. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And now he's trying to go to 3rd. There's a bit of a bobble there to throw it back in. Corbelo talking this over with Huddleston. Either way, a big strikeout for Cody Gardeer. Back to the top of the lineup, and Connor Guerin. Series finale at Bowen Field. OCU with a 3-run lead. Cummins had a big lead at 2nd base. Now the pitch. Breaks inside, called strike 1. Guerin today 0 for 3. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. Has 2 strikeouts. He was left at 3rd back in the 2nd. Wind starting to chill us out here at Bowen Field. 5-2 lead. Ohio Christian. Checking on the runner at 2nd and Kunkel. 0-1. Lackadaisical swing on a breaking pitch. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Clouds moving quickly overhead through the shade. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second, trying to end the top of the 8th. Gardier fires. Breaking ball in the dirt. Curbelo smashes it down, checks down the runner at second base. Goes a bit outside, rolling to the right. Two and two, the count. Guerin in a long battle at the plate. Gardier nods to Curbelo. Checking on Kunkel, another 2-2. Swinging a hard hit ground ball, diving play. Butler keeps it, throws it up, bouncing on to first, and Edgardo Bernard gloves it. Kunkel was coming in. That was a good play by Butler to save a run from being scored. Everybody's safe. It's an infield single. Connor Guerin with his first base hit on this Sunday as we go to the second batter in the lineup, and Andrew Daria. Well, the shortstop with a double, a single, reached on an error by Butler in the 4th, and also grounded out to Butler in the 6th inning. That 2 for 4. Conk with a lead at third base. That ball buried in the dirt, ball 1. Gardier working into a lengthy 8th inning. 6th batter of the inning. 1 run is already scored. Here's the 1-0. High and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Gardier, pickoff attempt. Guerin dives back safely. February baseball, February 16th, and we're in a 3-game series. Well, it's not icy outside, which is a bit encouraging. Two-0. It's high for ball 3. Bluefield does not have an arm warming up in the bullpen at the moment. 3-0. Daria, the shortstop, waits up in the count. Pickoff attempt, no tag. That was at first base. Ready for a 3-0. Bachler delivers. There's a strike. Or excuse me, that's Gardier. Either way, there's a strike. We'll count it whoever it is. 3-1. Three and one. Coming up. There's a strike in the inside corner. Floats up the count, 3-2. Looking in with a full count on runners on the corners. Pickoff attempt. Boy, at this point, just throw it home. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He's got full count. He's going to go. Three and two, 2 outs. Gardier with a long look in. Focusing on Guerin at first base. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him. Big strikeout, Cody Gardier. Leaves a couple of runners on for the Trailblazers, and Bluefield still in this one. It's a 3-run deficit after Ohio Christian puts a run on the board in the top of the 8th. We're ready for the home half of the 8th inning. 5-2, Bluefield trails. Bottom of the 8th, Brenneman still on the mound for Ohio Christian. A 5-2 lead now for the Trailblazers. Rams with a chance to come back here with a 2-3-4. Bernard skies it foul on the first pitch, 0-1. Curbelo Butler due up after this. Brenneman came into the 7th inning, gave up his single to Irvin, who, as I might add, has reached 3 times today for Bluefield College, 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Bernard 0 for 3. Rams only have 4 hits, and they've committed 4 errors in the field. It's the 0-1. Lobbed outside, 1-1. Ready for the 1-1 from the righty. Bernard skids it down the third baseline on a grounder. Foul, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rubber match of this one. That hits on the outside corner. Bernard goes down looking. The Rams have been retired 3 straight times with strikeout looking. And that's got to be frustrating for Bluefield. First pitch is high, called a strike. Got it 0-1, and Curbelo is 0 for 3. Struck out swinging his last time up. Best chance at a hit was back in the 3rd inning, when a diving play was made by Henderson out in center. That pitch drops low, 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Ball and a strike, the pitch. In the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the offer. Fouled off, skidding right behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ready to go with a 2-2. Curbelo digs back in, hugging the plate on the right-handed side. Rams only down by 3. Going ahead with a 2-2. Skips in the dirt, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Payoff. And the dirt ball 4 rolls behind the catcher as Curbelo sprints on to first, takes a long loop, and will stay there. So there's a walk for Brenneman. First walk issued so far. Here comes Butler. Wayne Butler to the plate. Trying to set the table so the Rams can come back in this one. Swinging a ground ball right side. Snag there. Tag. First base. Double play. Big double play. Turned by Noah Henry. Rams are retired, and now we go to the ninth. 5-2, Ohio Christian leads. Top of the ninth inning, Colton Lee leads off. Cody Gardier still on the mound for Bluefield College with the Rams trailing 5-2. Lee looks at that one low. Trying to keep this to a 1-2-3 inning. The Rams have their 5-6-7 due up to try to come back. Ohio Christian looking to add insurance to clinch this series in their favor. Ready for the 1-0. In the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. Well, since the ninth inning of Game 1, the Rams have been outscored 22-6. Swing and a miss, strike one. Bluefield College looking at a line of 2 runs, 4 hits. They've committed 4 errors. Ohio Christian with 5 runs on 8 hits. No errors for the Blazers. Steps into a 2-1. Swing and a miss. Great pitch by Gardier. Ed Lee chasing out in front. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Ready for the 2-2. Lee rips it on the ground, right side, through the middle, base hit. Leaves him with a leadoff single in the top of the 9th inning. Now we see ourselves have a courtesy runner, Hunter Holt, who got the start at left field yesterday. Comes in to run for the catcher. Ian Ricinga into the game to bat, 1 for 4 with a single and RBI. And the first inning drove in the first run. And has since then struck out 3 times. Last time he faced Gardier, he went down looking, shows bunt, pulls back. It's high. Ball 1. No outs, runner at first and Holt. Shows bunt again. This time it's a strike. Evens it up at 1-1. One and one. Pickoff attempt. Not in time. Ball and a strike, no outs. Runner goes, swing and a pop-up into left field. Wind pushing it back. Holzer makes the catch. There's out number 1. Holt has to retire back to first base, or retreat, I should say. There's 1 out. Jared Hamlin to the plate now. Top of the 9th, 1 gone, 5-2 lead. Pitch. Swinging a foul ball, cracked right side as the sun has now poked its way back out here at Bowen Field. Now in the 9th inning. Rams have trailed the entirety of this game since the first inning. Ricinga batted a ball for Daria to come in. After doubling, Daria scored to make it 1-0. At one point it was 4-0. Rams made it 4-2, then 1 more run in the 8th inning for Ohio Christian. Ready for the 0-1. Swinging a shot down the left field line. Fair ball. Hamlin will get on as Holt runs to third. He will stay at third base, getting the green light throw home, cut off, and now it's 6-2. I believe that Michael Blevins was calling Holt to be held up at third base. It's an RBI double for Hamlin. So now it's 6-2. The score. Joe Henderson to the plate now. 1 out. Outside and low, ball 1. Counting 1-0 with 1 out. On the top of the 9th inning, final inning of this series, unless Bluefield College can come back and tie it up and send it to extras. A 1-0 showing bunt, fouls it off. Evens it up in 1-1. One count, 1 out. Coming set to check the runner. Gardier deals. Lays down a bunt attempt, didn't pull back. Hamlin flops on third base. Count goes to 1-2. Hamlin goes to third base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 6-2 lead, infield in with 1 gone. Pitch to Henderson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good strikeout for Cody Gardier. Hamlin stays at third. Carter Hyde to the plate. Carter Hyde reached on a fielder's choice in the 8th inning. Also walked in the 5th. He is 0 for 3. 4-run lead as Carter Hyde swings and dribbles at third base side. Foul. Strike 1. This would be a huge base hit if Carter Hyde's able to put it in play here, because they go up by 5. You can't change or tie the game with a swing of the bat like you can at 6-2. Ready for the 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2. So Gardier, 1 strike away from sending us to the bottom of the 9th inning. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Laid off, rolls in the dirt, slightly down the first base side. Curbelo gathers it up, throws it back to keep Hamlin over at third. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 gone. Carter Hyde awaits. His team leading 6-2 in the top of the 9th inning. Checks on the runner at third. The pitch. Swung on, fought off right side. Caught on a bounce by Bachler. Sling to first in time, just by a step. Very close there. But now the Rams go into the bottom of the 9th. It's 6-2. Bluefield trails by 4. Brenneman on the mound trying to close this out. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning here in Bluefield. Rams trail by 4. Brenneman still on the mound trying to rally Ohio Christian 3 outs away from sealing the series, as that is a fastball high. Ball 1. We will see Martin, Pepe, Napoleon, and then Eli Mejia in the 5, 6, 7. Martin today hitless, 0 for 3. Ready for the 1-0. Watched outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch to Martin. Swinging a high or a grounder up the middle. There's a base hit. Martin setting the table for the first hit of the 9th inning to lead it off. And that is the first time today the Rams have had a leadoff base hit. Pepe Napoleon up 1 for 3. Singled in the infield in the 2nd inning. Rams need 4 runs to tie, 5 to win it here. Pitch goes down the middle for Napoleon, strike 1. Napoleon awaits. Coming in with the 0-1. Swing and a miss, big cut. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Martin on at first base. Connecticut native steps out. The encouragement from his teammates. Swinging a shot out to right field. Guerin playing it in the sun, makes the catch, and Martin retreats back to first base. So now there's 1 gone. Once again, we will see Eli Mejia. Mejia 0 for 3 as a pair of groundouts also flew out to Guerin and right. Indiana native on the mound trying to end this game. Could be a save for him. He's been in for 3 innings. Mejia calls time. 1 gone. Runner at first, and Trey Martin had a single up the middle. Pickoff attempt goes wide to the right, but reeled in by Hamlin. Bluefield College will be back here next week against Thomas More. See you on that next Sunday. The Rams trying to find a comeback win before then. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Rams trail by 4. It's 6-2. Here for the 0-1. Fouled back to the screen right in front of the orange seats. Keeps that 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Digging back in on the right side, Eli Mejia, the shortstop. Brenneman peers over the shoulder, comes set with Martin on a solid lead at first base. Not a big one. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 gone, Rams are down to their final out. Now we'll see Elijah Irvin. He has reached in every plate appearance today, scored both Rams runs, double and a single. 2 gone. Martin on with a leadoff single, the only leadoff base hit Bluefield's had today. Irvin fouls it back over the screen. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 gone. Digging back in, Irvin up in the box. Wind blowing left to right. Out on the 0-1. Watches it high, ball 1. Ball and a strike, 2 gone. Here at Bluefield at Peters Park. Timeout call by Irvin and a 1-1 count. Blazers an out away from silencing the Rams. Ready for the 1-1. Bid high, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Shoulders shrug, 2-1. Just missed a bit outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Irvin waited on that one. He's been patient at the plate today. Right fielder ready to step back in. Waiting the count at 3-1. Waiting the pitch at 3-1. Here it is. Cut on and miss. Strike 2. Full count, 2 gone. Rams are down to their final strike. Martin on at first with the Rams down 6-2. Payoff to Irvin. Cut on and missed, and Ohio Christian wins the series, capping off the finale with a 6-2 victory over Bluefield College. Rams fall to 4-4 on the season. Long gets the win. Prescott gets the loss for Bluefield College, and won a couple of games for Ohio Christian to send the Rams at dead 500 now at 4-4. So we will see Bluefield College next week against Thomas More. Unfortunately, cannot cover that doubleheader because senior day for Bluefield College basketball, both men's and women's. But we will see you next Sunday, presumably around 1 o'clock. We have not set the time for that yet, but have to guess it'll be right around then. So the final score of Game 3, Rams drop this one 6-2 and fall to 4-4 on the season. And until next time, take it easy, Rams fans.